So what is your creative process like? Or do you have one?
I would say that my creative process varies because my projects vary. Like, sometimes I see things and then I'm like, I would like to capture that somehow. But other times, because I'm in school, I'm usually like doing something else, and then like something will start to eat away at me, and then I will get this like energy about it that makes me think like, this is something, I don't care what I'm doing, I'm going to drop everything right now to pursue this thing. And sometimes it's like I have a specific concept or a specific image in mind, and then sometimes it is like I just feel an ambiguous thing in me trying to scream through my fingers, I guess. And so I just make whatever I can until I feel like I might have conveyed a little bit of that scream. I've had a few times lately where I have like a title, which is usually like an abstract concept of a piece, come to me, and so then I have the name for like the project, and I want to do that project to completion. Like, I know there's a portrait that I want to do that I've been thinking about for a few weeks, and it's called Sensitivity Killed the Cat. That's one I don't know what it looks like yet. Then there's this other one. I saw this piece of wood in Home Depot yesterday, and I really wanted to buy it because I felt art in it. I want to buy it, and I want to burn it, and I want to carve into it, and I want to paint on it. And that one I have a rough idea of what it looks like, but I don't have a name for it. And I don't really know what it means yet. And then sometimes it'll just be like, I haven't drawn anything for a while, so I'll sit down and kind of just practice the forms of it, and then maybe I'll see something that I did on accident that'll inspire me to more things. But I would say usually it's born out of like a hunger that I have. Like, things will escalate. You know, I'll be focusing on school too much, and then there will be like this growing hole inside of me that I need to fill with art somehow, and I need to put something where nothing is. Does that make sense? So last time I was here was October 2013, and I walked here with a friend of mine from downtown, and it was night, and we just sat here and ate oranges and listened to music for a really long time. And there was a group of kids sitting in the band shell, twirling fire torches and things. I'd been here 2 months, I guess, and I felt this city was full of holy places. And I guess that a lot of it like depends on you like owning your experiences and making the most of it and finding the little places that nobody goes to and seeing the poetry in them. And it's kind of weird because I've sort of built this place up in my mind, and it's different than the daytime now, and there's like trash, and I've been meaning to come back, but it's like really far away from everything, so I never did until now. I think I chose to come here because I'm kind of at a point in my life where like I need to remember that I need to like make my own experiences and like find the weird things, because I am getting used to routines and I don't go outside of them very often, and I get uninspired and I don't feel full of poetry often because of that. And I need to live and live well and not forget who I am, and I have to have like a firmer grasp on myself so I know where I'm going forward. So I need places like this. And everyone has different things, but like I know I want new things and new experiences, and those are like I live on those. Like, I know when I'm discovering things about myself for the first time, I feel really alive and like excited to keep going and keep growing. And The Wrong Kind of World is one where I do the same thing every day and think the same things over and over, and I don't grow. I came here once when I was at a turning point, and I owned it for a while, and now I've let it go again, and so I feel like I'm at a parallel turning point. Like, maybe maybe I keep going in circles and I'm at the same point in the circle I was in last time. Who knows? I definitely think spaces can inspire art. I don't think they're always necessary. And I think usually they're there to facilitate other things. I think usually spaces are there, for example, the spaces that inspire me are usually spaces that people curated to be a certain way, and the way they did that inspires me. Like museums or galleries are inspiring to me because of the way people made them and what they filled them with. Or my friends' apartments are inspiring to me because of the people that are in them, not necessarily because of the place itself. And so it's like I associate good things with this place, but it's not because of the place itself, it's because of what the place facilitates. And I think that's really powerful and important. I would like to work on being more present, but I don't really know exactly how that works yet. But I think that's part of why I like going to new places. Like it's easier to be present when you're being surprised by something, I think, than it is when it's something familiar. Like, it's just different. It fills a different need. Like, I think sometimes when I'm feeling, like, cooped up in my head, I'll go back to the water, like, over and over, even though it's the same thing, because it's, like, a ritual that helps me feel a little more grounded and, like, secure. And it takes me, like, out of my everyday enough that it makes me feel like I can go forward from there. Like, I'll take a little bit of time for reflection or whatever, and then it makes me feel like I can move on with whatever, or sometimes I can come to resolutions by going to a place. Do spaces inspire your creative process?
Yes.
How so? And which spaces?
Well, like I it's really hard for me to write at home.
Yeah. Is it just because like you're really used to it, and so like you don't think about it as much? Do you think?
There's no comfortable seating. I don't know. I think we go back to places wanting to find something that was there last time we were there.
Yes.
I don't think it sticks around.
So do you think it's like dumb to go back to old places? Like it's just like grasping at like feeling you had there once, and you really want to experience something like that again, and so you think it's the place, and you go to the place, and then it's not the place. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should get your hopes up. I think you should go back with fond memories, so without expectations. You know, you should, I mean, if you want to experience it like you did the first time, you should approach it like you did the first time. You shouldn't put anything onto it, what you think about it beforehand, what you used to have there.
I think expectation fucks up places a lot for me. And people and like conversations. Like, I think that's why I get really excited by like new things, because otherwise I'm trying to live up to like a conversation I had before, and that's dumb and you don't get anywhere.
And like, I think there is something there, like no matter what.
Yeah.
I think we miss it because we're looking for what was there before.
Well, and even like if something was exactly as good as it was the first time, it's like that good but without the element of like finding something new, which is I think a really joyful like experience.
Yeah, you can experience things for like the first time twice.
Yes.
I think you should chase the feeling and not the place. But it's good to go back and reflect on places and see like... Yeah, it's good to reflect. Remember.
Is everything art?
No. I don't think everything art. I think a lot of things can be artful or artistic. I think you can approach a lot of things like art. And I think, like, with some definitions, sure. But I guess, like, the kind of art I'm talking about, no. I think that if everything is art, then we're just talking about something else. If everything was art, there wouldn't be as much of a point to dedicating your life to it. It's kind of like the difference between someone saying they're an artist because they draw pictures on the side of their paper in class, and someone saying they're an artist because they risk everything in order to do that and only that, or put all of their energy into that and all of their emotion. I mean, I think I've experienced being moved by a work of art a lot and in different amounts, but like the first one I always think of is Cy Twombly's painting Achilles Mourning the Death of Patroclus. It like completely floored me. I don't usually stop too long in front of a painting unless I'm trying to like figure out the technique or something of it. But I stopped in front of that one for quite a while, and I felt like moved in a way that I've never felt moved by an object or anything before. I guess I've never seen something so abstract before make me feel as many feelings, and I felt like they were specific. Like I wasn't just feeling an abstract feeling. I mean, the story of Achilles and Patroclus is a story about someone who loses someone that they love very much. And I have experienced that also in a little bit of a different way, but I think that it dredged up like the very poignant things that I was feeling at the time in my life when that was happening, just through an abstract painting. It's weird that someone can paint something that someone will look at it and say, someone just scribbled on this canvas, and for someone else it's like a really weird connecting human experience where someone painted this thing having a whole different human experience than you, and then you can look at it and it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before, but it can still bring up old memories and old feelings. Yeah, stuff like that makes me believe in art.